Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and now with me in the studio is Kathy Toffel. Kathy's here to speak with us about the National Crime Victims' Rights Week. So tell us, we're going to talk about the week coming up in a few minutes, but right now, tell us a little bit about your role in the Circuit Attorney's Office with crime victims.
I'm the director of the Victim Services Unit. We are a unit of 12 individuals who provide services to victims of crime who are identified by the crimes committed and charged through the Circuit Attorney's Office.
So the victims are identified and brought to you, referred by other people, not necessarily bring themselves forward, or can people come and ask for your help? We
have certainly worked with folks whose situations are that they've been a victim of a crime in the community and they've called us for assistance. Most of our cases, though, are specifically those cases that come from the Circuit Attorney's Office when the case is charged, the victim is identified by the police, and then we do outreach to the victims.
So how long has your office been in existence?
Since 1979.
That's a long time, time. And how's business over the years? Does it come and go, or?
I've been with the office since 2000, and over those 12 years, we've averaged about 3,000 victims a year.
Really? That's a lot of people that you're helping. So what are some of the services that you provide?
We provide notification of all the different kinds of hearings that victims have the right to attend.
Okay.
We provide emotional support, counseling, crisis intervention services, as well as information about crime victims' compensation. We go to court with them. We make sure they're not alone in the courtroom, help them to write victim impact statements, just provide them with a lot of great information and referrals to community organizations who are our partners in providing support for victims.
And why is it important, do you think, that this service is provided for victims?
We find that when victims are provided with the kind of support that they need to deal with the type of crisis that crime presents, they are more likely to participate in the court system. If they feel supported, if they feel they have an understanding about how the system works, we're able to keep them engaged with the system and have a real voice there.
Right. And what's the age of some of the people that you help? Do you help children as well as adults?
Oh yeah, we start with a very early age. Probably our youngest children are around 4 or 5 years old.
Really?
All the way through elderly.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
So what's the process like? If somebody comes in, is it a long process to get help, or does it depend on the crime, the victim?
It's not a long process to get help and support from us. It's a long process for the case sometimes to go through the court system.
Once they're in the system.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when a case comes into the Circuit Attorney's Office, we do outreach within 24 hours to a week of that initial contact, if we can.
Okay.
And
so you make the contact.
We do that by phone. We send out a letter, or we actually meet them in the warrant office if they're interviewed at the time following the crime.
Okay. And how receptive do you feel the victims are to your services?
I think those folks who really feel that they want to have a voice in the system are much more likely to accept our services and our support. And we only work with those crimes against persons.
Okay.
So in terms of property crimes, we can share information, we can help by providing some real basic instructions about how the system works, but I don't have caseworkers that work specifically with property crimes.
So the people who are on your team, are they primarily trained counselors, psychologists, lawyers?
They're definitely trained, lots of great education. A number of them have master's degrees, and they come to us from the various universities in the area. In addition, we have 10 interns that come from our colleges, and they actually are terrific, and they provide a lot of support to robbery victims.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a great internship opportunity. These are people that are in college to become lawyers? Or
to become social workers or psychologists or political scientists, whatever their major may be.
How interesting. Well, It sounds like you all do amazing things, and you're busy.
Always busy,
Unfortunately busy, I guess. Yeah. Well, we're going to talk more about a special event that you have coming up in just a few minutes, and we will have more with Kathy when we return. Remember to keep up with STL TV and all the great events going on around St. Louis. Friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can always watch us streaming live on stltv.net. We'll be back with more after this.